Alrighty, what up YouTube world? Here's my daily routine. I get up around noon, Monday through Friday. I get up around noon, I get ready for work. I drive an hour out to work. Once I'm at work, I drive around for 8 hours. I drive a forklift. And then after my shift is done, I get in my car and I drive another hour back home, and I get home around midnight or so, and I stay up until like 5 a.m. watching YouTube and watching TV and playing video games. I'm on all the systems. Xbox One, which I'm selling, by the way, because none of my friends are on Xbox One, and every time I go out to buy a game for Xbox One, like, I don't know, like, the same games are on PS4. So I mostly spend all my time on PS4, and I got a Switch for when I'm out and about. I like to play it mostly handheld, and but yeah, my Xbox One I'm selling it. I'm getting rid of it. Go to sleep around 5 o'clock in the morning, and I get up around noon, and I repeat every day. So like 10 hours of my life is like just going to work, and it's not bad. Like, I could do my job pretty much like half asleep if I needed to. If like I don't, I'm pretty alert. But 10 hours, man. 10 hours of my life, Monday through Friday, and I need a change, man. I need a change in my life. I need to be living a good life. Well, anyway, let me introduce myself. My name's Cam. Welcome to this brand new channel, Cam BXNY. And yes, I'm from the Bronx, New York. I recently had to move away from the Bronx for work, because even after graduating college and stuff, like, I couldn't find work in the Bronx or Manhattan or whatever, and it's tough, man. So maybe maybe this is the story about me moving to a different city and working in a different city. But man, I wish I could be a business owner. I don't really know if I could potentially know the ins and outs of being a business owner. And then yet again, on the flip side, when I think about like people that own businesses, I think they're probably of average intelligence. I don't think you have to be like a super smart person to own a business. But man, it's tough. I tell you, if I decided to open up a business, let me scratch that. Let me introduce myself and tell you all about me. So once again, I'm Cam. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I am a musician. I played trumpet since middle school, like professionally for a little bit until college. Played in college. My first job ever was performing for a drum corps. Drum corps. If you've ever seen the movie Drumline, where these guys, they go out into a football field and they compete against other bands and stuff, that's what I did for my first job. We competed against other bands. The only big difference between drum corps and like Drumline was that Drumline was a marching band with woodwind instruments, flutes, clarinets, saxophones. Drum corps is only brass instruments, like trumpet, baritone horn, tuba, like stuff like that. And then when I got into high school, I was done playing I was really tired of playing music, sheet music by other people. Like, I wanted to create my own stuff. So I got into playing guitar and drums, and I played for a few bands and whatnot. And I guess I had that dream where, you know, like, man, maybe I could make it in like a rock band and stuff and tour and not have to go to college and not have to do the whole 9 to 5 BS, you know. But whatever, here I am. I got a job, man, and I got a pretty decent job. I work for a really good company, and I got good benefits and 401k and stuff like that. But I need something more, man. I need something more. Jeez Louise. Like, now that I moved away to a different city, it's hard to go back and hang out with my friends, hang out with my parents and stuff, and like, I just don't have much time, you know. On the weekends, I just do my grocery shopping, clean up the house a bit, do my laundry, and that's it. Like, I miss rocking out and going out to shows and stuff, man. But let's see. Oh, also, this is the very first video, so there's gonna be a lot of dead space where I'm like, let's see, I don't know, maybe later on in this channel, I'll experiment with getting choppy with my editing, but this video is gonna be straight raw. You're gonna get what I'm recording right now. So, driving to work. I live in a decent, like, it's kind of like a city, not really, kind of suburban, not totally, but I live in an apartment. It's really nice. Let me give you an idea of what's going on in my living situation. New York, real estate is ridiculous, man. New York real estate is so, like, bad, and, like, New York is so, like, cheap with their real estate that when you drive in the New York City highways and stuff, they're so cheap with their real estate that they don't even have shoulders on the road, you know? New York City rent is ridiculous, man. And so I moved out over here. I got a big 2-bedroom apartment, washer, dryer included in the apartment, dishwasher in the apartment, basement storage, a balcony, plenty of parking, $800 a month. It's steadily going up, but that's cheap, right? I just ate a Mounds. Those little delicious chocolatey, coconutty treats. So I got coming up with all these bits of coconut in my teeth and my mouth and stuff. But yeah, so that's the story about where I live. Where I work is like complete opposite. I'll show you in just a moment. Like, I work out in the country, man. Oh, man. And, like, I gotta work with these people, man, that, like, they're like the farmersonly.com type of people. I'm like, man, how do you meet people out over here, man? Like if you wanted to, like, mate, like, how do you meet people? Like, I mean, I'm not thinking about that for myself, but, like, there's a lot of people out here that are very strange and, like, their, like, social skills are, like, terrible. For instance, people that I work with, let's say somebody from another department comes to work in my department, and I get to work with them for a day or two, and then the next week or the next 2 weeks later, I run into them in the hall and they don't even make eye contact with me. They're just very like, and they don't say what's up or anything. It's weird, dude. Like, it's crazy. I remember one time, I used to have mud tires on this SUV, and I came across this guy at my job with a Jeep Wrangler. He had some awesome, I think he probably had like middle grapplers or whatever. I had Firestone Destination MTs. So I gave him a compliment on his wheels and stuff, and we talked a little bit on his wheels. And that was the last bit of conversation or any interaction that I had with this guy. So weird. Yeah, man. I work out in the country, and I drive about an hour to work. And let me tell you, I am making the decision right now to get up on this YouTube stuff hardcore, because I spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I love YouTube. Like, it's awesome. I learn a lot of things from other people on YouTube. I'm generally entertained by people on YouTube. A lot of my hobbies and stuff, I learn about and cultivate through YouTube videos. And the funny thing is, I gotta show you this. This is pretty funny. I actually watch YouTube on my way to work. Maybe not necessarily watch, but like I'll play like an interview, or if there's like a vlog or something, like I'll just like listen to it and like occasionally glance over at my phone, which is right here. And also, let me show you, this is the country, man. Like, I work in the country. Like, it's crazy. Sometimes, like, man, I'll be cutting it close, and I'm almost late to work, and then somebody with a tractor will be in my way, just like driving slow as hell, man. Oh jeez. And I'm like, get the hell out of the way. But yeah, man, I need a change in my life. I need to get in shape for one, because I'm feeling sluggish, man. Like, all I do is watch TV, go to sleep, go to work, and drive around. Like, it's crazy. Also, a little while back, I got into a accident at work where I pinched my leg, sort of, with a forklift, and I fractured my leg, like my shin, or I forget, the tibia, fractured it. I was home for 5 months. I came back to work. I was on light duty for another 3 months. Like, man, it was tough. It was really tough. I probably should have started this YouTube channel like way back then. But yeah, man, I'm in the country, man. This is nuts. Funny thing about New Yorkers, man. Funny thing about like people from New York City is that, like, if you're not from New York City and you're watching, we generally, a lot of people, not myself, I travel a lot, but a lot of people don't leave their city, their borough. I know tons of people that live in the Bronx that have never been to Staten Island, Brooklyn, or Queens, because there's no reason for them to go there. And I get that. But yeah, man. So I guess, like, in some ways, you know, I'm talking about country people, and don't get offended, but, you know, I'm very much into, how do you call it, sociology, the way that people act and interact with each other. So like these are things that I just noticed. So like sometimes people out of the country could be small town, small mind and stuff, but also people from the city could also be small town, small mind, you know? Like, just don't know much about everywhere else. It's pretty funny. It's funny, sometimes I'll end up working with somebody who's also from like New York City, and these country people, they just can't understand some of the I don't know, maybe some of the slang, some of the swag that these people have, and they're like, it's nuts. On the flip side, let me tell you something interesting about these people out over here. They misuse yet, the word yet, and then. Let me give you an example. So while I was on light duty for work, I'm falling into work right now. So while I was on light duty for work, I was sitting at a desk and I was scanning barcodes, and this lady who was like the supervisor of some department or whatever, she comes up behind me, and you know, a few feet away from me, and I never spoken to this lady ever, but I used to work down the hall from her. She came over to me and said, "I'm gonna need that desk then." I'm like, "Oh, all right, well, let me get up and start gathering my stuff." So I gather the stuff, and she says, no, you still have 10 minutes yet." And I'm like, "What? I need that desk then? And you still have 10 minutes yet? What the hell does that mean?" But, yep. Story of my life, man. Well, that's just an example of, like, how, you know, people in different places have different way of talking and speaking and all this stuff, you know? So, anyway. Yep. Oh my God. This guy. Got this young guy that's very into Camaros that works with me, and this guy, he's always revving his engine like crazy. But anyway, guys, stick around. I got a lot of cool stuff to show you, and I really want the best for this channel, man. Like, I want to be up there with the greats, the Casey Neistat and Peter McKinnon, and anyway, I gotta go to work, man. So I'll catch you later. I'll talk to you some other time. Thanks for tuning in.